Hello everyone, happy Friday. I can see my camera's getting lower and lower. Yeah, that's because instead of the ring light being like this, it's like this. It won't stay up like this anymore. So it has to sit like this now. Which is so annoying. But as soon as I can, I'm gonna get another ring light. So when I have the money to get it, I'm gonna get it. Because this one I bought, I think this is a cheap one. And I need to get a better one. But anyway, so happy Friday. Today's video is on the sexualization of society. Okay, so when we look at the world today, everything is sexualized. So why do we sexualize everything? Okay, to me, it is, I wrote down fear. We sexualize things out of fear. And I'm going to tell you why I think that. So I'm going to talk about different things that get sexualized that shouldn't. Okay, so the first thing is breastfeeding. So we see a lot of pictures of moms online, and they have pictures of themselves breastfeeding, right? And people are like, oh, you shouldn't put that online. Creeps are sexualizing your breast and your baby, and it's like, well, breasts are made for feeding our babies. They're not sexual objects. However, not just men sexualize them, women do too. I remember I was on Facebook and there was a picture of this woman. She had her whole boob out with a baby stuck to it, and she was like this, looking around like, yeah, who's gonna say anything? Yeah, my whole boob's out. Who's gonna say anything? Like, you got something to look at? And I was like, and one woman, I said something about that. I'm like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to bring attention to yourself? Yes, you're feeding your baby, but you can, maybe cover up a little bit. You don't have to have your whole breast exposed. It's decency. And so she sent me other pictures of her. So no, this other woman in the thread was like, oh yeah, well, and she sent me pictures of her with her boob out, fully, baby attached to it, and she put XXX on it. And I was like, oh my God, like, why are you sexualizing your breastfeeding? She was doing it to trigger me, but instead of getting triggered, I was like, oh my gosh, your poor kid. I was like, thank you for sending me these pictures. I'm saving them. Okay, now you're not gonna know where I'm gonna post these. I might post these on a some kind of fetish forum, and there you are with your baby. How would you like that? And she freaked out. I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna delete them, but I wanted her to know. Look, women are posting these pictures on public forums. You don't think there's creeps out there who are gonna save that? Now you're sending them to meet a stranger. You're sending it to a picture. Okay, my post, my profile, I could be a guy, some kind of creep, posing as a woman so that other women feel comfortable enough to send me pictures like that. You don't know who and then putting XXX and oh yeah on there. I was like, you have mental problems. You don't, right? But breasts are sexualized first. When women say breasts are not sexual, they're made to feed babies, people get triggered. What do you mean? I was watching, what was it? I think it was a TikTok thing where this guy was mad at his girlfriend because she had a little boy, and he got jealous of the little boy because she wanted to breastfeed her baby because that's best, right? That's why we produce milk, to feed our babies. And he got mad and told her, I don't want you breastfeeding our baby because those are mine now. I was here first. And I was like, I think she ended up leaving him because she's like, no, these are not sexual objects. They are vessels to feed my child, who happens to be a boy. And her boyfriend was crazy with it, right? So why are breasts sexualized first? It's because of media, right? Is it media? Is it beauty standards? Women A lot of women, they want the big boobs because, oh, men love big boobs. Okay, so you're getting a big boobs because a man likes it. But how do you feel? Are you okay with where you are, or are you doing it for you? Right? It's toxic. It's and to see breasts as feeding vessels versus um, sexual objects, it's toxicity, right? It's toxic to think that, oh, like if a man says breasts, or if a man were to say breasts are not sexual objects, they're made to feed babies. Oh, what are you? What are you, gay? Are you soft? Are you feminist? It's toxicity, right? So that feeds into the sexualization. Because if you are to see body parts as anything more than sexual, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with you. What are you, a eunuch? So there's that. When it comes to women, you know, our breasts and our lower regions are for babies, creating babies, breeding, making new humans, right? But if they're looked at that way, oh, what are you talking about? You know? So let's look at, so it's not a bad look to say, you know what? Yes, for guys to say, you know what? Yes, I'm a boob man. But I understand that they're created specifically to feed babies. I mean, look at cows. They have are you sexualizing their udders? When cats give birth, dogs give birth, are you sexualizing their, what are they called, teats? Are you sexualizing those? No. Why not? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But it's gross to sexualize like udders. These are udders. When you break it down to that, people don't have an explanation, right? So let's look at pageants, like toddlers and tiaras. Oh, it's toxic. You're sexualizing children. You're this creeps and it's exploitation. You're exploiting your kids. Why? Yeah, the kids get their hair done and they get makeup and they have the cute little dresses and they go and prance around on stage. Yeah. A lot of times it's moms living vicariously through their kids. But a lot of times it's the little kids who are like, I love it. I love getting dressed. It's playing dress up. Except you're playing dress up and winning prizes. What kid doesn't like that? Right? But it's exploitation. Can we stop sexualizing pageants? If that's how you think of pageants, then don't watch them. Okay? It's something you can't control. It's outside of your wheelhouse. So if you don't like it, don't watch them. If Toddler and Tiaras comes on, change the channel. Right? Because what you're doing is, by doing that, you are affecting the kids who are in that. Saying, oh, it's sexploitation and creeps are looking at you and this and that. And the little kids are like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. I can't do what I love anymore because some crazy, strange man is going to come and take, maybe even kidnap. You're harming more, you're causing more harm than good by doing that. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it, but you don't have to watch it. You don't have to involve it in your life where it doesn't affect your life at all. But you're affecting the lives of these little kids who love doing it. Okay? Would I put my daughter in a pageant? If she really, really wanted to, I would. If that's something like she really, really wanted to do, then I'd be like, sure. But would I force her to do that? No, because I want her to do what makes her happy. I wrote down photographer, a dance photographer. I saw this thing on YouTube. It was a story about this dance photographer. I forgot what his name was. And he's a professional dance photographer, doing it for decades, doing professional photos for dancers, like for the portfolios and stuff. And so he did not only did adult dancers, he did kids dancers, like Dance Mobs, those kids, how they got like the professional photos done. And this channel that was doing a story was calling him a creep for taking pictures of teenage and child dancers in their dance attire, doing their like the acrobatic ones where they have their foot up over their head. Oh, you're a creep. He's a professional photographer that has been photographing dancers for decades. This is what he does. Why is he a creep? Well, he's photographing, underage dancers in provocative positions. They were dance positions. Why are you messing with this guy's livelihood? Right? Oh, they're dancers. This is what they do. This is the poses that they do to be able to be put in their portfolio for when they want to, I don't know, whatever it is that they do. I don't know what dancers do, right? But they're calling out these guys who's just, who do you expect to take pictures like that? Oh, a female photographer. You know that photographers don't specialize in every kind of photography. There's nature photographers, modeling photographers, dance photographers, home photographers. You're going to choose, what are you going to choose? A photographer that takes pictures, a real estate photographer to take pictures of your dancer? They're not going to know what's the best angle, what's the best light, what's the best, no. It's a guy, so he became a professional photographer, so he can creep on. Can you chill out? Why is it all of a sudden a sexual thing? Why can't you just let bro do his job? And and they showed pictures that he took. Beautiful, amazing pictures. This guy knows how to photograph dancers. And you're messing with his livelihoods because suddenly it's a sexual thing. Oh, he's being a creep. Don't do that. It's like, why are you doing that? Why is it all of a sudden clutching your pearls? Oh, it's a man taking pictures of an underage girl in provocative poses. She's a dancer. She takes pictures. She has those type of pictures taken to showcase her flexibility. In a lot of productions and dance competitions, the more flexible you are, the better. And so they want to showcase their flexibility. He's doing his job, and you're calling him a creep, and you're calling him a PDF file, and you're calling him, why are you ruining lives for people where it doesn't affect you? It's the sexualization of,
it was my video.
Okay, my love. It's a sexualization of society. Everything is sexualized. Okay? Even food. Cylindrical foods. Like hot dogs, cucumbers, bananas, popsicles. Okay? It's foods like that, right? A person can't eat a food like that because we get this other visualization in our head, right? Especially with women. I remember I was with my mom, and we were at a hotel, and we went downstairs for breakfast because they have the continental breakfast. I got a banana because I like bananas. And I'm like peeling my banana, and I look up, and a guy is like eyeballing me. And I got so uncomfortable. He was waiting for me to put that banana in my mouth. So I broke off a piece. I broke the banana down, and I just ate it. Because this guy's looking at me, waiting me to, and I'm like sitting there like, bastard, right? It's a banana. It's food. It's meant to nourish my body, and you're turning it into something sexual. Why? Why is it that everything is sexualized. And I'm going to go into that. Okay? Is this need to sexualize everything, is it illness? Is it mental illness? What is it? I put sickness, mental illness. I don't know why. Sometimes I write down notes and then after I come back and I'm like, why did I write this? Why is sex at the forefront of everything? We have breeding versus pleasure, right? Our parts are made for breeding, but they're also made for pleasure. Okay? It's twofold. And for people who say, our parts were not made for pleasure, they're made for breeding. No, if they weren't made for pleasure, it wouldn't feel good, would it? So it's for both, right? Because the pleasure part comes in to encourage us to breed, to repopulate. Because if it didn't feel good, we'd be like, I'm not doing that. It doesn't feel good. I don't like. It's like in The Color Purple, when oh my gosh, what was her name? Whoopi Goldberg's character. Her name escapes me now. It's one of my favorite movies, and I forgot her name. And she was talking to Suge, and she told her that they were talking about that, and Celie, it was Celie, Whoopi Goldberg's character. So Celie and Suge are talking, and so Celie tells Suge that Mister, she calls him Mister, when they, have sex, that she doesn't enjoy it. And Suge tells her that when they do it, she loves it. And Celie doesn't understand. She's like, it feels like he's going to the toilet on me. If it felt like that to everybody, nobody would want to do it, because not even to breed, because it's like, ew. But we enjoy it, so it kind of coerces us to breed more, right? Because it feels good. But today, it's like the pleasure overrides the breeding. And not just that, but society is more open to it, right? It's just openly talked about. The men brag about it. Oh, I was with like 10 women this week. And they're the stud, right? But if a woman says, "Oh, I was with 10 guys this week," oh, you're a sleut. You're a this, you're a that, right? It becomes weaponized. And for men, it's a power move, and for women, it's, oh, you're trash. It becomes something. It becomes taboo in a way, because, and we'll go into that. I'm actually doing a video next week called "Does Body Count Actually Count?" But anyway, society talks about it more. It's out there in the open. Media, ads, TVs, movies, it's just there, right? So when we look at things that aren't supposed to be sexualized, we sexualize them. We see movies about PDF files. We see movies about kidnappings, and we hear about this and we hear about that. So when we see something that has the potential to be exploitative, then that's exploitation. It's exploitation. Oh my gosh, those kids are in danger because it's exploitation. It's like, no, it's not. Okay, fear, right? Sex sells. That's like the advertise. Sex sells, right? Why? Why does sex sell? Well, because sex is, for the longest time, has been taboo, right? Oh, we don't talk about it. We don't even in public. back in the day, we didn't really do PDA, right? Public displays of affection. It's taboo. It's naughty. It's like, right? But it triggers our dopamine reaction, right? It's like a, oh, but it's not like a, oh, it's like, ooh, yeah, like, but it makes us happy and makes us giddy, right? But it does it to our detriment, to where everything is sexualized, everything. Even things we don't want to be, right? And then it gets to the point where people who boycott everything because of perceived sexualization, boycott toddlers and tiaras. What is that documentary was called? Pretty Things, Pretty Little Things, something like that. It was about dancers. Boycott that. That's sexual exploitation. Toddlers and tiaras, sexual exploitation. You know, that photographer, it's a sexual thing. And it's like, no, it's not. You're only perceiving it to be that way. Why? Why are you perceiving it to be that way? In that case, you're saying, you know, maybe you fear sex. Not to say that that's what's happening there. What I'm saying is that you look at something like toddlers and tiara, that's sexual exploitation. Why do you think that? Those little girls look like grown-ups. Because it's a beauty competition. What about when you're at home and your little girl goes and puts on their mom's dress and her high heels and makeup? Is that not sexual exploitation? Well, no, because it's in the privacy of my own house. There's not people taking pictures. Well, I've seen pictures taken of little girls who play dress up, and post it on social media. Is that not sexual exploitation? Well, no, it's cute. Well, why is toddlers and tiaras not cute? I see a lot of little girls on there. Cute. They are so cute. I don't see it as sexual exploitation. I think, it's cute. Okay? It's cute. It's little girls and boys playing dress up. It's cute. Okay? We feel powerful when we boycott and call out. Right? It makes us feel powerful. It makes us feel righteous. It makes us feel, yes, I'm the hero, right? But why do we demonize? Is it out of boredom? We have nothing better to do with our lives than to point and demonize and call out and this and that, because I have nothing better to do with my day, and I feel like rage baiting and spreading my misery. So I'm going to boycott and call out, right? But there's the line, right? It's a teeter-totter, seesaw. Sexual versus normal. It's that teeter-totter, right? That. And we have those snipers, right? We have those boycott snipers at the ready. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, to be honest, when I see a teenage girl with booty shorts walking around, to me, I'm like, I can see your butt. I mean, I remember there was a thing, and this woman she was at a restaurant, and this girl, I don't know if she was wearing a mini skirt or shorts to where the bottom of her butt cheeks were showing, right? But you couldn't see them if you were standing up, because a woman was sitting on a bench in a restaurant waiting for her seat, and they're standing at the podium waiting, putting their name in. So she gets up, walks over to the girl, grabs her skirt or shorts and pulls them down, and at the same time accidentally grazed her butt cheek. And it turned into a whole thing. And the woman got thrown in jail for SA, sexual assault. And she's like, what? I was just trying to pull down her skirt because my 4-year-old was looking at her butt. You know what? He's 4. He's going to look at anything. It could be when my daughter was 5, we went to the Sacramento State Fair. and we were in the barn area, like it was huge, like stadium-sized barn, and we were looking at some llamas. And so at one point we're walking, we're on our way walking out of the barn, and we're walking behind a llama that had humongous cojones. And so my daughter's like looking, she's like, "Mommy, what are those?" And I'm like, I didn't know how to answer that. So she's like, "Is that its butt?" And I was like, "Yes." You know? And the woman walking next to me laughed. And she was like, "That was good." I was like, I didn't know what else to say. And my daughter was fine with, "Oh, it's butt? Okay." Little kids are fascinated with butts. Okay, they don't see that little boy wasn't looking at her butt and going, "Ooh, I'm gonna smack that." No, he's like, "I can see her butt." You know, it's funny. And she's like, "Oh, it's a form of sexual assault on my child." Lady. Lady. Okay, just chill out. That little boy is probably looking at her butt because he's like, "I can see her butt. I can see her butt." It's funny. Butts are funny. Okay? But she's that boycott sniper. Sexual. It's sexual. I'm gonna hide your sexuality. She's like, I pulled down her skirt and everybody clapped. Yeah. Yeah. And everybody in Starbucks clapped. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Right? But you I didn't sexually assault her. I was trying to pull down, but you are a strange adult who touched a minor's butt. That's sexual assault. You don't have to have sexual tendencies, like wanting to do it for that reason. Just the fact that you touched her no place. Automatic essay assault. Right? Essay. And so it comes to a point where, if, like I said, I've gone out and I've seen teenagers with their butt cheeks hanging out, and I'm like, I don't go up there and say, "Cover your butt." No, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her parents deal with that one. You know, or I'll let someone else deal with that. I'm not gonna look at her butt cheeks. You know? Leave it alone. If you don't like it, leave it alone. You're not gonna be a hero. You're not gonna be, and everybody in the Starbucks clapped. No, that's not gonna be you. You are going to get in trouble for confronting, because I think, like, those girls, I think their dad was with them, or a mom, dad, which is like even worse. As a father, you're letting your teenage girl run around with butt cheeks. You're the parent, not me. I'm not going to say anything. But if I were to go up to "Are you her father?" Yes. "That is inappropriate. How dare you?" You don't know him, and you don't know how dare you go up to that father and tell him how to parent his kids. It's none of your business. If he lets his daughter go out with the butt, let him. That's his child. I'm going to let him deal with the repercussions of that. I'm just not going to look at the butt cheeks, right? So how do we change our perception? If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't look at it. Don't take pictures of it. Don't post it. Just let it go. There's a difference between being anti something and pro something else. The snipers that go after people like that who show the butt cheeks are I am anti-sexualization of children. Cool. But don't be that, because by doing that, you're promoting it, because you're triggering people. But if you're like, "I'm pro-decency," cool. Okay? But what they're wearing is none of your business. I don't care how old they are. Well, I'm pro-decency, so I'm going to dress modestly. I'm going to dress my children modestly in hopes that I can be a example to them. If it doesn't create an example to them, then that's their problem, not yours. Okay? I always talk about Mother Teresa. She always said, "Don't invite me to an anti-war protest. Invite me to a pro-peace." Okay? Because I'm promoting peace. By going to an anti-war protest, you're not promoting peace, you're promoting war. Right? And it's a realization you have no power over that situation. If you don't like toddlers and tiaras, don't put your kid in a beauty competition. Don't watch toddlers and tiaras. You see a young girl with the butt cheeks hanging out, turn away. Okay? If you have a young child with you and they're looking at her butt, then say, Bobby, come and sit over here on this side. Let's look at a video on the phone, or if you bring a book with you, let's look at our book. Right? Pro decency. Don't go and start pulling down and touching people. It's none of your business. You have no power. It's a proverbial rocking chair, right? Doing this is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere, right? So that was my video on the sexualization of society. Next Monday, I believe I'm doing a video on material wealth versus mental health. And then I think after that, I'm doing, does body count really count? So thank you guys so much for watching. All of my information is down below. You may see, all that's on my description right now is donations. If you want to donate to my child, if you want to donate to my channel, or if you want to follow my social media, especially the one, it's called ToBeASilverModel. That's my Instagram, where I post about my weight loss journal and my journey to becoming a silver model next year. So that's all that's on there, because I don't know, I'm just following what God tells me to do. And he's like, you know what, meh, with the sessions, just focus on this new journey. And I'm like, cool. So yeah, again, it's all down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, week, weekend, month of your life. Remember to live in and spread love, joy, compassion, gratitude, kindness, peace, and enlightenment. And I will see you next time.